Are we going? I don't fucking know. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen or heard about or whatever. I think her name is Caitlin Ohashi. But she's been an internet sensation with her floor routine. And the first one that I saw of her, like it was pretty fucking epic. But then I kept seeing like a repeat of that routine, and it kept getting to the point where uh, and this is why I'm making this video. Is like this is how life kind of works. Like whenever you create something of and this goes right along with like the music industry as well. You'll see artists who have created masterpieces or just well-renowned works of art, musically or instrumentally or just in performance, uh, whether that be like stand up or any kind of thing like that. Um, Things get stale whenever you just keep repeating the same thing. Like um, the inspiration dies because you are kind of like becoming a conduit of the inspiration and emoting and expressing that, and that's why it's so fucking magical the first time or even the first few times that you do it. And that's not to say that it can't be necessarily. That's not to say that you can't access the original intent and inspiration. It's just it becomes increasingly more difficult to do so because you have to continue to get out of your fucking mind and just completely get into your body. And when you do that, you will find that uh, new inspiration will strike, and so it will not be the same every time. And this is what I'm saying with like musically, with people who have created certain pieces of art or music, and they are either touring or going around and playing this. Um, their live shows will a lot of times be very different for many factors, and a lot of the times in studio is going to be there's so much production that goes into it and shite like that. So when it comes to performing live, unless they're like real fucking artists, then it's gonna uh, be disappointing. But there is some artists out here that the performing live is where they shine. So yeah, like the inspiration, whenever you allow the muse to, you allow yourself to be guided by the muse and the inspiration, uh, new things will just come up in the moment, and you just flow with it and go with it. And that's what's most beautiful and with grace is getting out of your mind and getting into the felt experience and awareness of the inspiration of the moment. So yeah, this I just watched this in this floor routine. As I'm watching it, I'm like, oh god, here we go with the same. And once again, they go, oh my god, and once again a perfect 10. And I'm like, really? Like she keeps doing the same thing, and you're just. And that's the thing about hype as well. Like whenever someone has so much hype about them, it seems like all they really need to do is perform, and even if it's not like anywhere close to the original, like inspiration and beauty of the original creation, then people just go along with the hype train, and it's like, okay, like it's good, but I mean, like great, not quite. But this is what I'm fucking talking about here. Because she mixes it up, and as I'm watching this, I'm like, girl, you gotta fucking mix it up if you want it to stay fresh and real and inspired. And by God, as I'm saying it in my fucking head, she's doing it. So let's go ahead and do this.
With Caitlin Ohashi on floor, and of course, history will always tie these two together. They're smiling at each other right now, and usually their last words before a performance, "I love you." Caitlin Ohashi is the best performer in the country on this event. She has changed her music, all female artists, featuring Tina Turner and Proud Mary. Well, if you ask her what Four is all about, she says, joy. I want everybody to feel pure joy. And that's exactly what you feel when you watch her perform. She has the big difficulty opening with that unique double layout with the split in the middle. But what draws you in is right here, her personality.
Ow! God damn. Mic drop.
5 perfect takes this year, but that routine's been changed to.
And this is what I'm saying, like the hype, the hype around her. That's why she got like tens in this. But really, like if you critique it and you see like the little, which is like this is supposed to be on the level of like critiquing to perfection. So she does a lot of little things that shouldn't warrant a perfect score, but they give it to her. And to be honest, like I probably would have too, just because that she mixed it up. Like, and that to me like means the most. That someone doesn't keep repeating the same shit. Like they try to relive the original moment of inspiration, because that's never gonna fucking happen. You always have to re-enliven yourself and the inspiration and the muse within the moment, and that's always going to keep shifting and changing, and you just got to flow with it. So yeah, huh. That's pretty much all I wanted to get at there, because that's something that I notice quite a bit in certain industries, and wanting to relive, like even say like relive that first moment or that first experience, the first taste of fill in the blank. And you'll often hear that it's never as good as the first time. um, I would agree with that on some aspects, and then on other aspects I would not agree with that, because uh, it's the first time every time, and if it's not, then you aren't doing it right. You aren't being inspired and allowing the muse to whatever the muse is to inspire you, to allow the flow to come through you, because that's going to be the first time every time. And if it's not, that's where the problem is. So hashtag don't regurgitate, fucking get straight in your fucking head and your heart, and just fucking feel it. That's where the real deal is. It doesn't matter if it's good or not, or good enough. What matters is the heart of the matter, and that is the flow and the feeling, and knowing that you are within this flow, and just letting go and allowing this to happen. So yeah, surfs up, ride them waves, keep flowing and going with it. Keep knowing that love is where it's at, and that's where you are at. Essentially, if you want to be, that's where we are all at.